Good day, everyone. Ali Safi here from Safi Financial Network. Today is June 10th, 2024. Here is another daily analysis. All right, we had kind of like an uptick today after a Friday and Thursday, kind of like a doji bar, S&P 500. We just built up a bullish consolidation as we expected. So market is just forming very, very nice bullish consolidation. Friday, we just got NFP, and also that was kind of like a substantial move to the upside. But inflation, CPI, and also Fed meeting this week is going to be very, very important for the market. I believe that market is technically is just poised for another uptick to the upside. So everyone just keeps an eye on CPI. If CPI is coming along with expectation or below expectation, that would be fantastic, kind of like a scenario for bulls, just because market is kind of like or CPI number gives green light to Federal Reserve, you can slightly bring the rate down, or at least sentiment is getting too dovish rather than hawkish, and that's how market interpret that one. So if CPI goes crazy above expectation, which I don't think that's going to happen just because crude and other commodities actually are going down, especially last 2-3 months. So we should see some kind of like a good sentiment for the market, at least for the inflation wise. So we can see some kind of like a movement to the upside. I believe that we are in a stage of summer rally, and my target for end of September, that would be kind of like a 56 to 5700 right now. So let's wait and see how it goes. But right now, the bullish consolidation is formed very nicely. I believe that market is just poised for another uptick to go. Moving on to Nasdaq, which was kind of like a positive today. And the driver for day was Nasdaq Semiconductors. Bullish consolidation here, the same pattern here. So Nasdaq is just poised for another potential rally to 20 grand for first time. And that's going to be a fantastic record for all technology stocks, especially those ones who are just running this show. AI components actually just added more value into semiconductors. So that's why semis are kind of like at the booster right now. Moving on to Dow, which was kind of like a positive after Friday hiccup. So Dow just got into this important supply area, which is the daily supply area here, by the way. It just rejected down a doji bar. Right now, it's just forming a bullish consolidation as well after this wide range bar forming nicely. And you see that the shadows actually from the lower side are pretty strong. And that's kind of like giving me a signal for a next rally, potentially to this important hidden supply area. So this is going to be 39, I should say, 39,400. That's the area that I'm just looking at for Dow. And this is kind of like interesting to see how it goes. But I should say healthcare names are kind of like getting energy momentum wise to the upside. Energy market as well. So crude, we will get to those ones as well. They're just getting better today. Moving on to gold, which was positive after ugly Friday session. Gold is just coming back up just shortly. Is it gonna be just a hiccup before a breakdown to the downside, or it's gonna be just beginning of the bottom for the next rally? Right now, gold pattern is not that good. So this is kind of like head and shoulder here. But if that fails, so the failure is gonna be gold, it can engulf this Friday session candle. If it goes above this, I should say this head and shoulder fails, we should see some kind of like an exponential rally to the upside. Right now, I should say we just see a very nice, important, slightly divergence in MACD. It doesn't show in RSI. It shows in our stochastic as well. So everything is getting ready for another rally, but it's not confirmed yet. I'm pretty bullish in precious metals, but the pattern right now doesn't give me any clear message that we can get into the upside momentum. Right now, it's just consolidating here prior this pivot. If it consolidates here, it doesn't go above 2360, then it can head lower as well. So we will see how it goes. Moving on to crude. Okay, before crude, let's go to silver. Silver is just getting into important demand area as well. So this is kind of like the previous breakout, important level. So lots of demand and supply area, and silver nicely just forming down. So this is a very bullish pattern. If you just look at this in a macro picture or bigger picture, this is a very nice flag for a next rally to the upside. I believe that lots of good potentials coming with silver, specifically if you're getting into important signal from stochastic. For the last couple of months, if we see something like this is kind of buying opportunity, right? So you're just getting another signal. And I believe that silver is just getting ready for another signal to the upside. So right now, 3 higher low in a row, actually 4 higher low in a row. So this is kind of like important pattern for silver. So if it goes above this, I should say $30, 30 to 31, that's going to be important level for silver. If it takes out this level, we can see substantial rally to 33, even 35, 36 is coming down the road with silver. Moving on to crude, which just forming a bullish momentum today. Pretty nice pattern. Look at that. So crude is just getting into this breakout, engulf this breakout candle, which is very bullish. So this is kind of like a recapturing. When we engulf the previous breakout, this means that buyers took control right now. Crude just formed intermediate bottom. I don't know if it's going to be final one. A potential pullback could be great buying opportunity to $80. If it goes above $80, which was previous resistance, I believe crude is getting back to $87, $86 down the road. So well, we'll see how it goes with crude. But energy stocks actually are doing very well as well. We will get to those ones. Moving on to individual names, starting with Bitcoin as usual. So Bit just forming a bearish consolidation, a small bearish consolidation. Although Bitcoin is forming very positive pattern here. So I should say this pattern is very, very bullish. So whenever I see this, it's just waiting for another pullback to this 72,000. The next time, if we get there, that's going to be a fantastic breakout. And this breakout can end it up to 100K Bitcoin. So for those ones who are just looking at crypto, just buckle up because the big move is coming. Moving on to Ethereum, I know this is kind of like the bearish consolidation, but this can form easily to the higher price if it goes above 3,088. So we'll see how it goes. Moving on to US bond yield after yesterday's surge, today it just pick up. Everyone is waiting for CPI number. Job number was hot, so bond yield just to spike up, but CPI is much more important in the job market, if you ask me. TLT for the bottom here. So I know that that was a sharp drop, but goes to this gap, go to this important level. This is very, very nice test. So whenever we see this sharp drop, if it goes back up, I should say that's going to be a fantastic buying opportunity, and we can go to 95, 96, and then 105 is coming. 103, 105 is coming for end of this year target. So we'll see for the TLT. VIX is up today, just a 4%, 52 cents, but sellers to control. I believe that still sellers are having more control on this. Dixie, after surge to the upside, coming down, sellers to control as well. Magma indicator just formed a positive. As Nasdaq was positive, big techies are forming positive as well. Apple 2% down today. So it was kind of like a bad day for Apple after Friday high. Apple just reversing down today. So it's still choppy, but pretty close to the all-time high. Look at that. So I know that sellers to control just because we are at important pivot, but if it goes back up again above 197, 198, that could be kind of like a fantastic scenario for breakout. Amazon just moving nicely as well. As I said here, Amazon just formed the bottom. This is not head and shoulder. This is nice pullback for a new all-time high is coming. Meta 2% up, good rally for Meta. Microsoft $4 up, not a bad session at all. Google 55 cents up. Doji bar consolidation, still consolidating before new all-time high. Netflix $3 up, still not a bad session. So this is kind of like a nice bullish consolidation to the upside. Tesla $3.69 down as well. So Tesla is forming kind of like a frustrated pattern. It can have a dip before the next rally. So don't get me wrong, but I believe that Tesla, if market goes up, Tesla is going to just break out this. 189, 190, then 207, 220, and 250 is coming down the road. SMH, Semiconductor Index, $3.65 up. Stocks, $3.46 up. Taiwan Semiconductor, $3.77 up, new all-time high. AMD had a bad session, 4%, 4.49% to the downside. Still bullish consolidation, but AMD can have a dip before the next rally. I believe that the next rally is coming. Should just give it time. Look at NVIDIA. So what happened to NVIDIA exactly? I don't know. NVIDIA just split today, and it's just going all the way up to 195, coming down. So this is crazy, like a crazy pattern forms here, NVIDIA after split. So it's just showing in my chart. I don't know if it's just an institution or something like that, but this is crazy pattern here. Texas Instrument, uptick today, $2.01 up, not a bad session. Texas is getting back to its bullish momentum. I believe that this one is going up as well. Lam Research, $40 up. Great move for Lam Research, potentially actually new closing all-time high, and it can go higher. Lam is forming pretty nice bullish pattern here. So if you just see that, this is kind of like the neckline, 1,000 area. If it breaks out, I believe that the same scale, which is going to be 140, is coming. So 1,140, that's going to be the level for Lam Research. Moving on to financials. So they are kind of like good pattern here in lots of them. XLF, it doesn't show the pattern, but look at KBE. Bottoming tail here, nice scenario for a pullback to the upside. So this is kind of like the scenario that we were looking at KRE, the same pattern here. JP Morgan, actually bullish consolidation as well. Goldman Sachs, not a bad pattern. Still, it is in triangle area, but this is kind of like a nice scenario for Goldman Sachs. This pattern looks good to me. For all financials, Bank of America, the same pattern here, bullish consolidation. Wells Fargo, look at this. This is kind of like a nice dip, frustrated dip to important demand area for the next rally to the upside. Moving on to gold miners. After ugly Friday, they just came back up. So that's what I'm saying. But gold miners are kind of like a following gold or kind of like a leading. It's not a bad idea. So on Friday, they just slaughtered. Today, just bounced back up like precious metals. We should see some kind of like a more follow through if it is just a bottom for them. GDXJ, the same pattern. AEM dollar, 44 cents to the upside, goes into important demand area, 60 to 64, bounce back up nicely today. Newmont, follow up nicely. So Newmont is just getting back into bullish momentum, at least for now. 94 cents up, 2.33% to the upside. Franco-Nevada, $2.47 to the upside. Actually, it's just a very nice bullish harami candle here at a very, very important level, getting back above 120, which is good. And gold barrick, not a bad session, bullish harami here as well. Moving on to the good sector, I believe that this is going to be a good sector. XLE, which is energy markets, actually are poising for the upside. I believe that the correction is due for them and that they're actually the correction is over, sorry. And we should just get back to their bullish momentum. Look at that. XOP, oil and gas exploration ETF, just got into important demand area, nicely back up. OIH, the same pattern here. It goes nicely to this important demand area, goes back up. If it goes above this white range bar, we should see very nice bullish momentum. Exxon, the same pattern here. Chevron, the same pattern here. I know Chevron just rejecting from the top, but pattern-wise, it looks good. So I believe that energy market could be the next potential for buying, at least to get into this summer rally. All right, I believe I covered everything. If you like this video, please smash the like button, subscribe to our channel, and have a good one. See you on the chart. Bye-bye.